What up, YouTube? It's your boy Lazy, and today I'm going to teach you how I practice videography, how I do video work, and keep myself going and practiced right after this. So, you saw in the beginning, what we're talking about is how I practice shooting videography. Last video we did how I shoot photography, and I'm going to show you a couple of things that I forgot to put into that video that we'll put into this video on, like the little games that I do, little things that I put in my way in order to practice and be better. So with that, let us talk about what we're about to do here. So you may have seen the saddest video that I would have to make. Well, good news, great news. Luckily, at Old Ye Hook Shop in Spokane on Trent Street, had a 75 to 300 EF. Now, a lot of people don't like this lens. I haven't had a lot of time to test it out yet, but the fact is now I have a long lens again, and I paid like $60 for this. The guy was awesome, so shout out to Old Ye Hook Shop in Spokane. Alright, so we're gonna do a spec ad on lenses. I've done this before. It's a thing that I typically shoot when I don't know what to shoot, or I shoot something like gummy bears, something like that, or can. Anyway, we'll talk about that more in the video that I'm going to do specifically on what to shoot when you don't know what to shoot, and how to try to find things and pick things and get the creative juices flowing. The hardest part is always getting started. That's always been the hardest part for me. It's just push and record, getting to the point of doing it. Once you're in the flow, you're good, but it's getting to the point of doing it. So, with that, let us get into doing it. We are going to shoot video and make a small spec ad, a short, for this lens. So, without any further ado, and I'll, throw a little B-roll right here just to show you what the lens looks like. And now we're going to get into how we're shooting it, and then I'll show you some of the techniques that I use to shoot and kind of get the creative juices flowing on what shots I eventually want to end out with. A lot of people sit down and write them down. I'll do that even a couple of days in advance and just kind of get some ideas flushed out. And then for me, it's always better hands-on. So if I can see what the camera's seeing, I can have a better idea of what I'm looking to get to, personally. So we are going to get straight into that. I'll see you in about now. Okay, so it's windy outside. You might hear some sound, but we're going to talk about how I shoot, say, this lens for a spec ad, right? So we got a little bit of some back rim light going on the edge. We got, what are we at here? 3100 Kelvin for a little front on this. Then what I would do is kick on some tube lights, kind of just get the like rim that I'm looking for, the kind of bounce. get it fully lit. We're gonna do like a teal and pink go on this. Let's see here. Alright. So the concept that I would do to start off is I would get the basic, say, 4 or 5 shots, right? The basic shots for me are down shots, up shots, and then you can use your hand too if you need something black or find a spot that's black, but use your hand, whip, pan. Also like doing a lot of push in, pull out, camera dolly stuff, and then I'll see the footage, see what I like, and then from there I would pick, what do I need? Do I want to put it on a tripod? Will it be better to do the push in and push out in post? Should I hook it up to a gimbal? All of these things would be things that I would do. First let's talk about how I get good, like the things that I do in order to get better. So when I have a project or I make a project, the first thing is I'll pick one lens, and then I gotta do everything I want to try to do with that one lens. Right? It gives you kind of like a limit to stick to. Then maybe I'll try one whole other lens, do all the same shots, the whole other lens, and I'll compare and see which ones I like. That way you can kind of get an idea of everything that your gear does. So use, over and over, repetitive, that's really all it is. It's just doing it all a bunch of times. And then you got the shot, as you'll see right here. So here's a spec ad that we got using these techniques, using this style that I use in order to get to what I'm looking to get to. So this was shot on the Canon R5 with a 50mm lens on a black backdrop. Blue, white, teal, pink is kind of our main setup. The blue and teal on one side, the pink and yellowish colors on one side. And tell me what you think. Alright. Much love. Thank you guys for tuning in, watching, hanging out with your boy. I'm gonna get some light on the subject. Thank you guys for tuning in, hanging out with your boy Lazy. If there's anything that you guys want to see or know on how I do or ways that I try to get better at this photography, videography, YouTube thing, all of that, let me know. I am going to be starting a series called Learn with Lazy, and we're going to do a long form thing where we pick a specific Photoshop or video editing or Blender, and we learn a specific thing for that program together. Alright, well, make sure you go check out Coffee Brand Coffee and use code LONGGLOVE, all caps, at checkout for 10% off. Much love. Peace.
I want you to tell your friends about me. I want you to tell them that there's a new bat in town, and he has his name written all over it.
am a great magician. Your clothes are red!
Wow! Please, do it again.